Let's go. It's your girl. Let's go. It's your girl, Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of spice. We in the building. It's spicy. Let's go. 7 o'clock prime time. We got special spicy guests with us. We got JoJo, a.k.a. Joanna, a.k.a. JoJo, the owner of JoJo's Bar and Grill, a.k.a. Woman Empowerment, a.k.a. Leo Baby. Let's go. Cheers. Finally. It's been a long time coming.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm good.
You feeling good? Yes.
My seat feels a little hot. I feel like I'm in the hot seat right now.
A little hot seat? Ooh, this little monitor just came off. Oh, okay. No, I came back on, though. It came back on. Yeah, that part. So, yeah. Just for a little bit that you guys know, JoJo's Bar and Grill, this beautiful human being right next to me is the CEO owner. And I feel like I'm never gonna stop sucking your dick with this because she is a woman, I guess, would that be a CEO? Woman business owner of a bar in Garfield, New Jersey, Bergen County. Did I mention she's a woman? And we're gonna get into it, but when you hear this woman's journey, you're gonna fall in love with her too. So shout out to you. Girl, I said it from the minute I met you. I was like, and I heard your little history, like little journey real quick. I was like, oh no, she's special.
Oh,
she's special.
You're a sweetheart. I love you, Mina.
Oh, I love you too, mommy. So I want to kind of go into this real quick. So JoJo's Bar and Grill. So what made you choose JoJo's as a bar name?
Oh my gosh, girl. Let me tell you, picking the name was just as hard as picking out the color of the paint for the walls. It is not easy choosing a name, especially for a business that you plan to be there long term.
Yeah.
I've had some weird names. I just was like,
any weird names that you feel comfortable like sharing? You don't have to share all of them,
I mean,
but like,
it's not crazy. Like,
it's not on a plaque, so it's not forever. So what names were we thinking about?
Okay, so there was one. I don't know why it kept coming up to me. It was Mundo, the world, and it's in Portuguese.
Mundo
means world. I don't even know why the hell I chose or why I was kept thinking of that.
Mundo Bar and Grill.
Mundo Bar and Grill.
Why?
I don't know. It was just okay. Like it was something that kept like, I guess, coming up. And
do you believe in like manifestations? Like something keeps popping up, you have to call it by that?
No.
Okay.
No. But I actually had two people close to me that actually mentioned, like, why don't you just call the bar after your name? Why don't you call it JoJo's? And I'm like, and I sit there and I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Maybe that does sound catchy. Sounds like a good name. And I'm like, and I don't know, one thing led to another and I was like, that's it. It's going to be called JoJo's. Yeah. I just felt like it was just like the perfect name. Seriously, it's not bougie. You know how some people like they think like you name like a business after your name, it's like kind of like cliche, like. Yeah. But just the name of it, just to me it sounded catchy. So I was like, shit, let's do it.
Yes.
Let's call it JoJo's.
Definitely catchy for sure. Definitely for a fact catchy. So I'm so happy that you chose that name. Do you feel like when you were making the plaque, like the signage for your store, were you nervous? It's like, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
This is costing money.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I could grab an eraser like
yeah, no.
Mudo, nah.
No, as I was getting my flyer ready to put on the windows, like JoJo's coming soon, it just felt so right. Like the name just felt so perfect.
Yes.
And I would have not chose something else other than that. I feel like it's just like the perfect name for that bar.
It honestly is. It really, really is because it's so catchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is something that I'm going to share with you guys that are watching. So everybody that's in our audience right now, when I first heard of JoJo's, I was like, what's that? I was like, but it sounded catchy, like JoJo's. Let's go to JoJo's. And like, I always thought to myself, like, what is that? So I guess digging deeper into your journey, when do you feel like you were made for the serving business? Like, how long were you in this, like, I guess, hospitality? Would it be called?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going back to, back when I was 17 years old. My dad he had a business, a bar for 30 years. It was a liquor store and a bar. And at 17, I know he needed the help. So I decided to, get involved.
So your dad had a bar?
/ liquor store.
Do you want to share the name?
Yeah, we used to be called Manny's. I mean, everybody knows Manny's.
I was about to say, that used to be, because it's still called Manny's.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Manny's is like it's a legendary place.
I've gotten drunk at Manny's.
Yeah, have you?
Yes. I remember I watched some type of pay-per-view fight there.
Oh, God.
I definitely watched a pay-per-view fight at Manny's, gotten drunk at Manny's, bought liquors at Manny's.
Hey, till 3 a.m.
Yo, the fact that my best friend lives around the corner from it, it was so...
It's
so
convenient,
clutch.
girl. It's so convenient. Manny's, it will forever be that place to get your liquor on a weekend till 3 in the morning.
So how long did you said it was your father, right?
Yeah.
How long did your father own that business?
About 30 years.
What year did he start?
Girl, I don't remember. It was 30 years ago.
So like, I know it's 30.
It was
30.
Yeah, no, but I started working there when I was 17, and I actually stopped working there when I was 27. That was when I was already in the process of already looking for my own place. Yeah, I was there for 10 years, girl. I gave my whole youth up for that place. I gave up my weekends. It's daddy's bar, like business. You want to, help out. You don't want to see anything fail. I care too much. I care a lot. So when it comes to family especially, I will do whatever I have to do, to like always be there, And
I feel that. I definitely feel that, because I could definitely say every time I've been to JoJo's, you were there. You know, it's one thing when like I feel like someone owns a bar and their owner is vacant. I've been to a lot of bars where their owner is vacant, but I could definitely say I've been coming to your bar for about 2 years and some change. Every single time I have been there, you were there.
Yeah.
Like literally there. Either you're bartending or chilling at the bar, or you're just there.
Which hardly ever happens, FYI. I mean,
well, you were at the bar because you were eating food. Like, I was like, she was on break. She was on her half-hour break. Yeah, I'm dead. But like, the whole point is that you're present. And that's so important for your business. Absolutely. Is for a person to be present, because it shows how, I guess, the word dedicated?
Yes.
Dedicated you are. So 10 years in Manny's Bar and Liquor. Can you explain to me what your first day was like?
Working at Manny's?
At Manny's. Girl. Before we get even to JoJo's, I want to evolve into JoJo's Bar and Grill.
Oh my God.
Yes. 17 years old, Joanna. This is your first shift. 4th of July. Let me stop.
Actually, I was on my way there one night from 4th of July from a party because I had to get to work. Mm-hmm. Ended up getting a freaking speeding ticket because I was running late, all that good stuff.
That's a speeding ticket.
Yeah, no, I know. I messed up.
JoJo was out here being Ricky Bobby. Like, yo, I gotta get to Benny's bar. I gotta help out my dad.
Oh my God, seriously.
But I love that.
Yeah, but girl, when I first started there, I kind of just like felt like it was just natural to me. I felt like I kind of already knew what to do, even though I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
It just, like I said, it came natural to me. I learned everything there. I learned everything on my own. I learned how to make drinks on my own. I never went to bartending school. I just kind of went with the flow.
I went to bartending school and it was a waste of money. No, it is.
Oh my God, how much did you pay for a class?
Jesus. I was definitely 19. Because I thought that you needed a bartending certificate. I was that person. I was like, do you need this for this? And I was like, maybe bars will hire me more with this because I don't have the experience. I think that's why I did it. Definitely like 300 beats.
Yeah, there
300 beats.
You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
Facts. That was me because I'm not a bartender now.
Those classes are insanely expensive.
It was.
But it's definitely worth it. It's definitely a good, kind of side hustle. It's a good job to get into, especially if you need the money. Like, it's definitely a good way to.
Girl, I'm never gonna knock bartending ever. I feel like. So we're definitely going to come back to your story, but when it comes to bartending, it's like when I bartended, I remember it was 3 months, but those 3 months, I was never so happy to like work a 12-hour shift because I was seeing cash all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a Capricorn, so that cash moves me. So it's just like, I was like, but it's like, it does have its like ups and downs. You have your days where you're making.
Good days and you have your shitty days.
Exactly. Like there's going to be some days where you leave with only $60 in your pocket. And there's going to be some days where you leave with maybe 900.
Hey, God bless.
Exactly. But that's where, like, you know, you have to give and take.
Yeah.
Understand how your job works. So I definitely, anybody who wants to be a bartender is a bartender. It's a customer service job. And you're dealing with people that will get altered a bit.
Definitely.
So that's hard.
Definitely. No,
That's
for
hard.
sure.
So you're at Manny's bar. You're helping out your family. And I guess, what was your favorite thing to do at your father's bar?
Decorate. I'm a big decorator.
Decorate.
I love decorating.
Okay.
I love making an environment cozy, comfy, like perfect.
Ooh, love that.
I love to have like a great
side
atmosphere.
came out strong. She was like perfect. I was like, I love that. Love that.
It's great. I
Yes.
love having like a comfortable atmosphere. Like people. It's all about, at the end of the day, the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Not only the food, the drinks, but like you want people to enjoy where they are, and like you want to make it that scenery, that setting. You know?
Yeah. Definitely aesthetics go
Yes.
a long way. I feel like when you could tell when someone doesn't care about their bar when it looks like your basement. I feel like, what's the bar looks
That
like
is
your
the
basement?
perfect way to compare. Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
it's like, yo, the owner hasn't been here for 8 months.
Jesus Christ.
Like, at that point, you know what I'm talking about. And I think every viewer now knows what I'm talking about. That's just what it is. So, okay, you're at Manny's bar. When did we start thinking that you wanted to do this on your own?
I think it was like the last 5 years of working at Manny's. I'm like, I always told my dad, I was like, Dad, like I want to open my own bar one day. Like I want to do this. I love it.
Was
Like
he nervous about that?
He always had, my dad's like an old fashioned man. Like he always had in the back of his head that he knew I was capable. He knew I was in it for this business. Like he knew I was good for it. Like, you know, I knew what I was doing. I had the eye for it. I had the shakes for it. I had everything for it. You know what I mean? But I guess he was just waiting for me to be at a certain age, I guess, because it is a very time-consuming, stressful business. It is. It takes up a lot of your time. Now I realize that. Then I just thought, oh, you know, because it was a little bit easier at Manny's because, like, you know, my dad was taking care of all the bills, doing all that. I was just worried about making sure I was bringing customers, making good drinks, and, like, keeping a vibe.
You were there to support.
Pretty much.
And
it was
also
like,
in a way run.
yeah,
But not 100% running.
exactly.
Because it's almost like if you make a mistake, yeah, it's on your... It's a mistake, but there's
consequences. If I mess up,
consequences.
it's gonna go to him. But
Yeah.
now it's like a whole different. It's like a whole 360 now.
Yo, facts.
Now it's
Yeah.
like I gotta worry about everything.
So I guess you came up to your dad, hey, I want to do my own thing. When was the actual time that you were like, hey, I'm really going to do it now?
So while working at Manny's, I did go to college. I went to study biology.
Love that.
I did that. I ended up becoming a surgical technologist.
What
I did
college
that.
you go to?
I went. Oh my God, I was everywhere.
It's okay. I was everywhere too.
Montclair, Caldwell, and then I ended up doing a program at Bergen, which I loved the program I got into, and I loved what I did. But let me tell you something about medical workers. They are so underpaid. And I'm going to like the nurses, the PAs, like it's sad, but we're not gonna go there.
Underpaid unless you're a traveler's nurse. I heard what travelers nurses are making.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But don't forget, you gotta do your own taxes, so that all comes.
Oh, you just brought up a good
Yeah.
point. Let me tell you something. If you don't got the taxes done, I'm scared of the IRS. The IRS will come after you for like a penny.
Do not fuck with the IRS.
No.
Do not.
Don't do it. Facts from JoJo herself. The facts of JoJo. Do not mess with the IRS.
Do
That's
not.
fact number 1.
Behave yourself.
Behave.
But
So yeah, so you're telling your father you want to start this business. You're gonna do it. When did you officially open the doors for JoJo? Like, what was the date?
So when I actually first opened, it was September 12th, 2020.
Pandemic.
Pandemic.
That was the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, it's a pandemic. 2020
I opened
is
during
a
the
trauma
damn
year.
pandemic.
Like, yo,
Yes. Yes, I opened during the pandemic. So it was literally my
and
last
freshly
year
into the pandemic, because let's
Literally.
not forget, guys, the world ended at March 15th. I was like, that's when nobody was allowed to go back to work.
Worst day ever.
And she's like, what date did you open it, mommy?
September 12th,
September.
2020.
She was like, summer's over, work. Like,
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah, girl.
So September 2020, you opened up the bar. Can you give us an insight of what that first week was like?
Oh, I could tell you about the first day.
Let's go.
Forget about the 1st week.
Let's go.
First day, Mina. Oh my God. The first day, as soon as that freaking door opened and I had that first customer walk in, I'm like, I'm so scared. I don't know. Like, I felt like I forgot everything. I was just so freaking nervous.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know. It was a crazy feeling. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot how to make a freaking cranberry vodka.
I'm dead. 2 ingredients.
You're like, that's it. It was just because it was just like such an overwhelming like moment. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is really happening. Until this day, it doesn't feel real. It's just so surreal. Like, you know what I mean? Like it still doesn't feel like this is happening.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I gotta wait another 5 years till it like actually hits me.
You gotta get a tattoo. JoJo's bar, girl.
Imagine that big ass black box with just the JoJo's in there. Oh my God, imagine.
I would get a JoJo's tattoo. I would do it. Like if I was 70, I would, and like that ass. Like, I feel like every time I went to your bar, it was always such a good time.
Thank you.
Always. Every time, like girls' night, dating, freaking anything. Every type of story that I hear from your bar is always like a good story.
Thank you.
Always.
Yeah, girl. I mean, it's honestly it's a blessing, to be honest with you. But yeah, so the way it started, so this whole thing started was it was literally my last year working after 5 years of being a surgical technologist at a private surgery center. My last year working at Manny's, and there was just one day working at the surgery center, and it was super dead. I hope they don't hear me.
I'm dead.
I was
center?
I was on the internet, and mind you, I was already looking to buy my own place for already a year. Like,
I'm dead. She left the
Pops had no idea. I was already
open
looking
at the surgery center. Yo, who did
I was
this?
supposed to be doing medical records, but like I got time for it. So let me just snoop around on the internet. And I'm scrolling. A year goes by, I'm scrolling, and then just this place pops up. Not what I would have originally went for, but I'm like, hey, it's something that I can actually afford, you know, all that stuff. And the minute that I saw that on the internet, I gave a call to the realtor. I'm like, I would love to put an offer. But before I did that, I did call Dad. I called Dad. I was like, listen, I see this place. It's a really good deal. Let's go for it. He's like, give him an offer. So we gave him an offer, and literally 2 days later, we're already signing papers. So it was kind of like meant to be.
She made it happen.
And this is like me 5 years wanting to own my own bar. And like, I believe in things happening at the right time, things happening for a reason. And yeah, girl.
I have a question. Do you feel like because it was the pandemic, were properties a little bit more affordable? Not necessarily, I guess affordable is not the word, but do you feel like properties were priced under?
Yes.
Because they were trying to get rid of it. And I actually have a story to share in general.
No, absolutely.
And can I share, Marv? Okay, because you know what I'm about to say. No? It's about you. I was about to say, I was like, wait, time out. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so well, that was a big thing. During the pandemic, there was a lot of businesses going down. Like, not a lot of people were doing well. And I don't know what the reason was, but I mean, they had whatever their price was.
Do you feel like it was almost given to you?
Not really, because I mean, I literally maxed out my whole entire bank account. Like, everything was gone. Like, I started from like zero, literally, after.
So no loans?
No.
That's actually amazing.
Girl,
that means
I was hustling.
Hold on, time out.
I was hustling since I was 17 years old. My youth, my weekends.
I believe that. But mommy, you're not in debt.
No.
And let me tell you something. I'm not even a business owner. I have my own show. But something that I do know with business, that's what made Howard Hughes. Anybody who looks at Howard Hughes, please look at that man, because he used his own money for his business, and he's known as one of the most richest people in history.
That's amazing.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you, girl. It's amazing that you don't, first of all, you don't owe anything to nobody. That legit is 100% your business. But yeah, it did drain you. But is it really like, girl, imagine if it drained you and you took out loans.
Oh my God, it was already tough.
JoJo, that's a really good story. That's really good.
Thank you. I mean, listen, I was a hustler, and I'm still a hustler till this day.
That part.
I saved every single penny. My parents taught me that way. Mm-hmm. Save it, save. It'll, when the right time comes, you'll have the money to do what you want to do.
When's your parents' birthdays?
My dad is a Leo. I hope he's a Leo. It's August 4th. That's a Leo.
Definitely
That's a Leo. Yeah. And my mom's birthday is actually coming up. It's November 22nd.
She's a Sagittarius.
Hey.
Wow.
You know your
fire
signs. You know
fire
your
signs together.
girl.
That's actually a power couple.
Is it really?
Well, not necessarily a power couple, but it's a couple that complements each other. So like, your father being a fire sign and your mother also being a fire sign. She's the archer and he is the lion. And when it says when fire signs come together, the fire is bigger. As long as they could share the fire.
Oh, they share
keep
fire.
making the fire bigger. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, definitely, like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's great. I feel like one of the main things that I don't hear about people speaking about their businesses is, I guess they don't talk too much about how their parents influenced them. And from what I'm hearing from you is that your parents were with you 100% all the way.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's amazing.
Honestly, like I mentioned earlier, my family is everything to me. I treasure and, oh my God, like I will go above and beyond for my family.
Mommy, that's amazing, because there's so many families that, if anything, they will support your business, but like, it's so like, I think it's good. From what I'm hearing, it's not even good. It's great. Like, I feel like they were just very like, okay, like we already know what to do. So we're going to make sure we go with her 100%.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. And I seen your dad at the bar.
Yeah. Oh my God. They're my biggest supporters. They're there almost every other night. You see my pops at the end of the bar with a bottle of wine.
I was there for his birthday. I remember during the summer,
God,
you came out with the birthday cake.
Yes, and I almost tripped behind the bar. Yeah, I remember. I have that video on Instagram.
But I remember he was sitting by the door.
Yes, with
and
my
you
mom.
came out, and I was there for those moments. I was like, oh my God, girl, I was there
You
for a
remember
lot.
that.
A lot.
That is-
I have, I get fucked up a lot, but I have a good memory. I have a good memory. Just say it. Okay, so pandemic opens up a bar. I guess now digging into like a deeper, like, just journey. How was it hiring your staff? Because me being a Capricorn,
girl.
I think of business. Like, what were some things that you were looking for in a staff?
Reliability, trust, and just
availability. You are available 7 days. Nah, I'm kidding.
I mean, no, it was really tough in the beginning.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, it was so hard. Everybody was on that unemployment checks. Like, everybody was on those.
That's what I was gonna say.
It was hard.
Girl.
Nobody wanted to work. It was really rough. I mean, but then again, don't get me wrong, with the whole curfew and the
Jesus, I forgot about the curfew. That's why I had so many questions about you and your bar, because I'm like, she opened it up in the pandemic. So when you opened it up, what were your hours?
It was from 4 to 10. Wow. And the peak is 10 o'clock. That's when people go out, is 10 o'clock.
Yes.
So, I mean, but I do want to say, though, when opening up in the pandemic and having those hours and that restrictions, I feel like it helped me. I don't want to say perfect, because perfect is just like it's just like a 2 of a.
Whoa.
I heard that.
Damn. I feel like everybody heard that. Sorry. I was not trying to burp, but I held it inside.
That wasn't even
That's
a burp.
what
That
live
was just
gets
like
you.
Reflex.
Whoa, for real.
Yeah, but no, it was actually beneficial for me. Being that 10 o'clock curfew, restrictions, like, the whole 25% capacity, it helped me perfect the business, I guess.
Oh my God, you just made me
it.
think something else.
Yeah?
I'm like, you're on a time limit.
Yeah.
You can't even have the amount of people in your bar. So you say 25% capacity. If you could allow me and the viewers.
We're talking
to
20
know,
people.
Holy shit. Including your staff?
I excluded that.
I'm about to
that
say.
was just, that's OD. That's OD.
So that's like, if you have a table that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my God. So, okay.
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
It was crazy. It was insane. Like, but it did help me, like, be able to, like, know how to, like, run things certain ways. And, like, it definitely helped in a way. But, girl, during the pandemic, it was not easy. And I'm talking from having people calling ABC on me all the time, and I'm sure
Wait,
you know.
why did they call ABC on you?
Oh my God, because
you're like, I'm sure, and I'm like, no,
I guess
I don't know.
I don't know why, but I guess that they didn't like that there was a female bar owner coming into town, and
oh wow,
you know,
say less. I'm about to promote the shit out of this episode.
I had people,
say less. Everybody that knows about Mina Mendoza, I am a freaking feminist. That sentence just put up a fire up my ass.
Girl,
like,
it was stressful.
What?
It was stressful.
Wait, hold on. So ABC had an issue with you owning the bar because you were a woman?
ABC didn't have an issue. There was people who had an issue with me. I had phone calls. I mean, I had ABC coming to me that there was people claiming that there was people not wearing masks, and I was super strict with the whole COVID thing. Okay. Because at the end of the day, I did live at home with my parents, and like, I made sure that everybody had masks. I had hand sanitizers at every table, every stands of hand sanitizers in every corner. It was like
yes, she did.
Germ-free central.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You know,
I remember going into your bar with a face mask, and the only time I took it off is when I sat down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was the only time you could take it off.
Yes.
And then when you had to go to the bathroom, like, we would even have to tell customers, please put your mask on to go to the bathroom. It was crazy. It was like a whole different world we were living in during the pandemic. But it was stressful. I mean, like I said, I had, people calling on me, people claiming accusations.
Yeah.
There's people in there who are not wearing masks. She's over capacity. She has after hours. Like, it was like the most ridiculous, like, accusations coming towards me. It blew my mind. It blew my mind.
Why?
It blew my mind. Because after 10 years of working at my dad's, I probably dealt with ABC once.
You know what? I dealt with that shit 4 times. Somebody probably just didn't want you to be great. I'm just saying. Because that's so
there's
silly.
There's enough room for everybody. Like,
especially when Florida is just going fucking insane. So I'm like, yo, so we could just shake our ass. This is my whole thing. Hold on. And I'm going to interrupt this real quick. Because I'm like, so they're giving you issues.
Thankfully, they didn't give me issues. They just, they show face. Yeah. I'm here. This is what it is. And that's that. Even like...
Just some quick shout outs, mommy, because we got some people in the check-in.
Oh, gosh.
We got Blaze. We got Travis. We got Nadine. We got Ray Pearson. Shout out to Ray Pearson in the building. We also got Vegan Wine in the building.
Oh, that's my girl.
He said, beautiful women is a great Thursday. And we got Amanda, Santa Squad. Yes. So, hold on. I feel some type of way because...
I do, too. I did at the time, too. Like, I'm like,
just
what the fuck?
Especially when, like, I guess people are wearing the mask like this.
Or like this.
Yo, facts. It's just like... Come on. I mean, no. Okay, before I get canceled, it's just more like I will respect the rules, but if for someone, which you were respecting the rules, why was 100%. Someone, I guess, penalizing you so much?
I don't know who it was.
Let me tell you something. Walk into Walmart on Friday and Saturday. Talk to me about it. Talk to me about it. Oh my God.
What happened to the capacity limitation?
That part.
Girl, there was lines like around the freaking clothing area.
And you know what? Something that I do remember about your bar, there were times where I was turned away. Where like, oh, we're at capacity. So I would like go, not gonna lie, smoke a little blizzy, and I'm like,
okay, can I go in yet?
No, facts. And they were like, you're good now. But you were like the bouncer, whoever you had outside, definitely was keeping things in check.
Yeah, girl, you have to, because at the end of the day too, it's a liability.
I'm sorry you went through that.
Yeah, girl. You want to hear something even worse? There was, oh my God, and then there was one time that I was literally getting my fire extinguisher in the kitchen changed. This is like a big tank. This is like if a fire goes on, that right away, reacts. Oh yeah, mommy.
They check for a fire extinguisher in my house, and I don't even have a business. I have a son. They're like, oh, your son wants to go to second grade. Is there a fire extinguisher in the house? I sort of got fire department in my house.
Yeah, I went through so much. It was like one
so
thing
what
after
happened?
another. So it was a Thursday night, and when this guy changed the fire extinguisher, like this huge like tank, I guess he triggered something, and once the cooks turned on the fire, you know, the grill, the fryer, and everything, the sparklers go off. Mind you, this is already the day before the whole, like, my busiest time is the weekend.
Yes.
Girl, I had no kitchen for freaking 4 days.
That's why you didn't have a kitchen.
I didn't have a kitchen because of that.
I remember when that happened, and I was thinking to myself, like, yo, is she doing like a deep clean? I was like,
on the weekend.
I'm over here thinking, no, because mommy, I think like positive things. Because I
know.
I run a business myself, another store, but like, I'm just like, oh, like, I think the positive. I'm like, maybe she's doing a deep clean. Maybe she's getting some new equipment. But now it made sense. I remember when your kitchen was closed.
Yeah, it was very depressing. Like, I went through one thing after another. Like I said, girl, it was not easy that first year. But I did make up for it. I went and got like a bunch of subs. And like, if people were hungry, we would just offer them like subs, like, you know, like little mini sandwiches.
That's what makes a great business owner. It's like you find, no, seriously, girl, because some people be like, oh, fuck it.
Hey, they even were Uber Eats at the bar. I was like, hey, whatever you guys want. I mean, it was just so
you were allowing
stressful.
people to bring food
at the time,
bar.
yeah, because like, I mean, like, shit.
I love that. I love the adapting and evolving part of this conversation, because it's like, you know, I don't have my own business, but I do run a business on the side, and that's the whole part that makes your business go. It's like, okay, this is the problem. What can I do to save the problem? Okay, this is going to be my budget to save the problem. If this is what we need to do, we need to do. Plan of action, let's go.
Absolutely.
And I love the fact that you created a solution. Was it the best solution? No, but it could have been no solution.
There could have not been.
Exactly, girl. There's been times where I've seen videos on TikTok about McDonald's where their soda machines go out, and I saw the video where like a manager bought like a whole bunch of dollar liters. I'm like, that's me. You want to cook? I got you.
Oh my God.
Fata. Hey, like, you know what I mean? But that's what makes a great leader. You find solutions. You create opportunities. You don't miss the opportunity. Yeah. And that's why business is not built for everybody. I love that. Yeah. High five, JoJo.
High five.
Yo, shout out to JoJo. Y'all wanted food? She bought subs.
I brought you subs.
She brought you subs.
They were fire. People were asking for more and more.
She's like, I'm going to include this in the kitchen. Yo, but that's fire.
Yeah,
Toast to that, mommy. No, seriously, because like,
I want to make sure everybody's taken care of. Like, my biggest thing as an owner is that like everybody's satisfied. I think of everybody else before myself. That's how I roll.
It's the sucky thing ever, but as a leader, that's how it has to be.
Yeah. And like I said, it is what it is. And like, I love to see people happy. I love to see people satisfied. I love to see people enjoying food, drinks.
And you're there every single time. Like I said, from the get-go, and I'm going to say it again. JoJo is always there. Like, it's just like always there. So like, I think of it like how your employees must feel, and how reliable and how comforting it must feel to have you in the building. I just feel like that's such a great thing as a business owner, because like I said, sometimes business owners are not there. Yeah. And that's like the worst part, because it's like, what do I do? And then if I do something, is it wrong? Right. So I feel like the fact that you are there, you're finding solutions, I guess you're taking control of the whole autonomy part of your bar. Yes. It's like, this doesn't mean that we're going to have a failed night. Like,
we always make the best of everything at JoJo's.
The positivity part.
Yes.
I love that. You have to be positive. Live for that.
Always have to be positive. And I do want to put it out there. I just want to let everybody know, like, how much
shout outs you want to give? Let's give some shout outs.
I do want to shout out.
Who made it through sub night at JoJo's? I want to hear it.
Well, besides that, I just want to shout out to like my staff. Let's go. Who's team the staff? Is incredible. I couldn't be even.
Who's the employee of the month?
Oh God, girl, that's hard.
All right, but if you could give a shout out, any names, the people in your
Oh my bar. God, I want to shout out to my girl Soli, Casey, my sister Christina, my brother Michael, Tiffany, Camilla, Letty. That's my girl, fucking Gina. Oh my God, I have so many freaking people. Angel, Raphael. I mean, my team. They are freaking incredible. And Daphne. That's my newest
Can't
girl.
Forget about Daphne.
Can't forget Daphne.
Can't forget about Daphne.
But I have such an incredible team. They bust their asses, and I couldn't be more luckier. I couldn't be more blessed to have such a great team, honestly. So I do want to put that out there because they do deserve that. They deserve that shout out. They really do.
Let me tell you, there's behind a great leader is a great team.
Absolutely, I believe in that 100%.
Every single time, because you can have a great leader and the team fucking is. I feel like you can't say that word nowadays, so I'm not. But like you could be a great leader and just have a shitty team, you know? So I feel like creating that team for yourself where you feel like you don't have to like lose your shit because you're not there.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? Shit is gonna happen. That's the most important thing about a business. It's like having someone there so that you can take a day off.
Yeah.
Girl, and I know it probably took a while for you to feel that, but once you find your team, it's like solid.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, thank God. Like, there's times where I can actually come in at 9 opposed from being there every day from 4 to closing. By the time we clean up and everything, it's like almost like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, depending on how crazy the night was. So I do appreciate, like, you know, the responsibilities that they take when I'm not there, and the support and all that. Yeah.
The support is something that's major with the difference, and well, major with like just running a company. And I feel like one thing that I do see about your staff doesn't slack.
No, girl, you see
nobody
them,
in your staff does not slack.
Yeah.
Excuse me. If anything, it's more like, oh, I need another drink. Oh, it's there already. Like, I'm like, oh, snap. No, like, that's always the vibe I got. Or, like, oh, like, it was always, like, very attentive. And I feel like sometimes with bars, it's very difficult to, like, have that energy of feeling valued.
Right.
And that's something that I do get at JOJO's. And shout out to, like, anybody that goes to JOJO's. Because let me tell you something. You get everything. Like, I feel like it's so good. Like, it's so... That's the reason why I travel there frequently. Because don't get me, I'm a bougie bitch. Like, I really am. I'm a bougie bitch. Like, if I feel like I'm having a good time, I'm going to spend whatever. That's my whole thing. There's no price on great service.
I believe in that. Yeah,
it's absolutely fucking true.
Do you? Yeah.
Absolutely fucking true. And also, like, the quality. Like, one thing I could say, and I guess I can't... I feel like I'm a hype man for, like, JoJo's.
You're the best.
I'm just saying.
You literally make my heart full. You really
but, like,
do.
seriously, like, even when I had food at JoJo's bar, it was never bad.
Oh my God,
never. It was not even like mediocre. Shit. It was always like really good. Like I've never had like I've seen that you had like lomo saltado, which I love because I'm half Peruvian. Oh. So that warms my heart so much. But like I guess okay, if you want to know Mina Mendoza's favorite food at JoJo's is the same: Caesar salad,
pierogies.
She already knows
pierogies. Shit. What was the other one? Oh my God! Stop. Wait. Oh my God.
This is where you add the spice.
Hold on.
I'm going to give you 5 seconds.
Oh my
5,
God. 4,
3, 2. Jalapeno poppers.
Shit. Yes. That's
the spice. But you know what it is? It's like, but I've had their fish tacos. I've had your fish tacos. It's like, it's my go-to meal. I feel like your salad is so fresh.
Yes.
Always fresh. I never have to order the chicken with the Caesar salad to feel satisfied.
Which is insane because I can't imagine without a chicken.
First of all, I've noticed the difference in the pierogies. I don't know what pierogies you used before, but I noticed the pierogies you have now look like little mini empanadas.
Yo, let me tell you something real quick.
So much better.
Girl.
They were great before, but now it's like superb.
Can I just put it out there real quick? I have my younger brother. His name is Manuel.
Okay.
Manny. And oh my God, he is my guardian angel. He helps me out so much. He's my guy who takes care of the kitchen. He just makes sure that like everything is perfected. Like we used to do saute onions. He's like, let's switch it up. Now they fry the onions on top of the pierogies, which is like a whole game changer.
It tastes really good.
My everything. He is the
Shout
Oh my
out to
God.
Manny.
Shout out to my baby brother Manny.
Let's go,
Oh my
cocinero.
God.
Let's
Without that kid, I would be like Cruella DeVille with gray and black hair. Oh my God. He is such a stress. Like, he just takes up so much weight off my shoulders. Literally, he's an amazing brother.
It's really,
he is amazing.
That decision was definitely amazing. Like I said, I ordered it like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, something changed, because I'm always ordering the same thing, and I'm like, but it's great.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm not even complaining about it.
He's always trying to make things better than better and better and better. Like, he has one hell of a taste bud, girl. Let me tell you,
That's amazing.
He be putting things together. Like, I just recently posted up a salmon burger, and
that's good.
Have you ever had a salmon burger before?
I've never had
Have
it.
you heard of one? Because I've never did.
Heard of it. I just look at it that's smart, because you want to be open to people who are pescatarian.
Yes.
You know,
of course.
especially if they're not vegetarian, not vegan. These are things as a business that I look at as a business opportunity. So that's very smart of your brother. Because we're going to have a shrimp burger. You can, but that doesn't exist like that.
Hey,
like,
if you want it, we'll make it for you. I mean, that's the type of place we are.
That's the whole point. And that sentence right there, JoJo, is just, it shows that you are a great leader. If you want it, we can make it for you. There's a lot of businesses that lose opportunities because they kind of like stay too much to the script.
Yeah.
And because you have the autonomy to,
because they're scared that it might.
But you know what you're doing? You're doing a healthy risk. There's risk to every type of business. You could do a major risk, and a healthy risk. A healthy risk means if it goes bad, it's not like your shit is a dumpster fire. It's like you learn.
Yeah.
You know? And that was a healthy risk. In general, businesses are made by risks. You need to do things that are out of the ordinary to grow.
Absolutely.
Because if you stay in your comfort zone, you're not growing. You're not. And that's the scary thing about trying new things. It's like, is this going to work? Is this not going to work? Okay, fuck it. Let me try it. And
that's what we do. We take a lot of risks. Like, you know, we see how it goes. If it doesn't work, we take it off. We just always want to offer something new, always something different, like that, you know, you don't see normally.
I love that. I love that, JoJo.
Can
I just know who thought about putting lomo saltado?
That was me, baby.
Hey!
Let me tell you something real quick about
Shout
JoJo.
out to JoJo throwing the Inca vibes.
Hey.
Inca vibes. Listen, anybody that's in Passaic, Patterson, anybody that's in New Jersey, anybody around the country, come to JoJo's.
Yes.
It is Spanish community vibes.
Yes.
Just say it.
All my Peruvians approved of the lomo.
Me too.
I made sure. I was
I half Peruvian and half Colombian. And when I saw the lomo, I have never tried the lomo, but I'm not ever going to disregard and say that it's bad, because everything I've had from your bar, and I'm not fucking kissing ass.
She's not.
Great.
She's not.
It's been great. I lick my plates. I take that shit home. I'm mad drunk like,
I don't even remember the last time you took anything home, because the last couple of times I saw you, your plates were empty.
I mean, I only take things home because I want to drink more.
Hey.
But like, I do whatever I take home, I guarantee you for a fact, I eat it once I get home, because I'm like, because let's be real, anybody who gets home tipsy is like, oh, let's go to McDonald's, let's go to this, because it's so quick.
It's not good after
through.
like midnight. It's not good.
It's not.
I'm a witness to
But
it.
how many times like you've been out drinking is like that's your only option. So that's why like sometimes like people question, it's like, oh, why do you like put away your food? And it's like, because I want to taste good food when I'm drunk like that. Like, that's really my point. Facts of life, Mina Mendoza. Just saying, high five, mama.
High five, my love. I love
All right. So let's go into it, mommy. I want to get to know more of your business, and I feel like I have to check the time. Holy shit. I'm like, oh my God, the time went by so fast.
Oh my
so
God.
fast. All right, let's dig deeper into JoJo's.
Let's go.
Okay, since you opened your business, what are holidays that you feel like, yo, no call out? No call out.
Oh my God.
I want to
girl.
hear about this.
Definitely not call out would. It's not even. I wouldn't even.
What holidays?
Oh my God. Besides holidays, don't call out on Friday and Saturday, girl. Okay. But as far as holidays, oh my God, Halloween. When like not actually, well, actually I got hit this Halloween because now I'm open on Mondays, and Halloween ended up on a Monday.
Yes,
girl,
it did.
it was like a Friday night. I was short staffed. It was chaotic. But we made it work. We made it happen. Do not call out on Halloween. Thanksgiving Eve. Girl, forget about it. And New Year's Eve. Those are like those main 3 top like craziest party nights of the year. Money. Definitely.
So is it New Year's Eve? So do you feel like New Year's Day is mostly dead?
Yeah,
because everyone's like hungover.
Listen, you will not see me outside on New Year's Day because I'm so hungover from the night before. So yeah, no, New Year's Day, forget about it. But like definitely, like I think between Halloween and Thanksgiving Eve, those are like 2 of the craziest nights out there. Probably for JoJo's. I don't know about everybody else, but it's one hell of a night.
Good for you. Now I want to dig deeper. What are we ordering in inventory? Like, what's something that is like, that shit better not be left out the list?
Girl, Casamigos flies like water.
Okay, give us an idea. How many bottles are we ordering before a busy weekend? And what's that price range look like?
Okay. For example, I probably go about, I would say, give or take.
A weekend. Let's think of a weekend.
Just in a week, I go about like 12 cases of Casamigos in a week. We're talking almost close to like $3,000 just in inventory. Yeah, it's crazy. Casamigos, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's George Clooney, but the Casamigos, it's like nobody's ever had it before. It just goes like water. And I would say the next thing up would be Hennessy. Hennessy, you got a bunch of Hennessy lovers out there. I don't see why not. Shit. I mean, Hennessy is the shit.
Did we finish our Hennessy? No.
Almost done.
I'm like, I finished it. But holy shit. I always think of that. So it's like, damn, like, you got to make sure that you have things like ample amounts for the weekend.
Yeah, you have to make sure you're always on top of your inventory. I mean, there's been times where I got screwed by my vendor because they forgot to put an order in, and I run out, and the customer is just drinking Macallan 12, and I have no more Macallan 12 because you forgot to put it in. Oof. It's like those little things that, like, oh my God, like stress me. Those little things stress me out.
As it should, because you have your business.
Yeah. It's, you know what I mean? And I know I ordered it. I'm not hallucinating. I know I ordered it. Ugh,
honestly, it becomes one of those moments, like me also like having another store besides my beautiful job here.
Yes,
being
I love this place.
I love this.
Oh my God,
I love this. I almost feel like it's not my house, but I feel like it's like a room in the house that I get at like once a week.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's such a comfort vibe to me that I feel like it's just cozy.
Yes, I love it. As soon as I walked in, I'm like, oh my God, I love this.
Definitely shout out to Bravery Studios.
Bravery Studios.
And also shout out to Marv. Now what everybody knows is like, yo, Marv is like my 5th grade friend. He really is. So it just feels so cozy to know that, like, you know, like, this is someone I knew. Marv, how old were you when we were in 5th grade?
12 years old.
No. I would say like 12 or 11.
How old are you in 5th grade anyway?
That's what I was thinking about right now. 11 or 12. It definitely had to be 11 or 12 years old. But to know the fact that I am in my 30s, I'm not going to say what my age is, but that I'm in my 30s and I have, like, you only live one lifetime.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So yeah. I feel like whoever you have in your life is definitely impactful. So it definitely feels great to know that people who I shared my adolescence life, but also who I got along with, because I actually got along with Marvin at 5th grade. There were people that I did not get along with.
Yeah.
But it's like, it feels great to know that they're still part of my life. You know what I mean?
Yes, I believe in that. I believe in friendship, especially having to know somebody for so long. I that's amazing, honestly. It's very rare to have friends that you've known since like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th.
Let me tell you something.
12th grade. Like, it's very rare.
The minute Marv told me he had a studio, actually, he didn't tell me. I knew already. But like, the minute I knew he had a studio, not to put bad banter on like my other brand, because I do love them, it was always kind of a situation like, when can I get in here?
Yeah.
How fast can I get in here? Because it was like, it was such a like, you're my life. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, yo, shout out to Marv, the producer.
Cheers, Marvin.
I don't have liquor.
Oh, girl, then I gotta share my last sip.
Yes, please.
You
do.
want to? Okay.
Yes, it's the end, almost the end of the show, so it's meant to be. So shout out to Marv, the
Cheers.
producer.
Cheers, Marv.
Cheers to you. Cheers to Marv. I guess getting into like Thanksgiving, I guess this is the time that you show what you're grateful of. So I'm curious, mommy, where do you want JoJo's to eventually be?
Whew, girl, right now JoJo's is just getting smaller and smaller.
Why?
Just more and more people. Like,
oh, I meant you like business-wise.
No,
I'm like, what does that mean?
I'm talking about space-wise.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, no, JoJo's is just getting smaller as like an area, I guess you could say. But I'm hoping one of these days, I mean, like I said, it's a lot of work. Just alone with this place, it takes a lot of time. It's stressful. Like it's a bunch of things. But my future, what I would love to have is like a bigger place, of course. My biggest thing is outdoor seating. I love to be out in the summertime, having a cocktail and a meal in a beautiful weather, opposed to being inside in the air conditioner. Because not that we don't have already 6 months of winter or whatever you want to call it.
I feel like it works when it's not humid outside.
Yeah.
Well, spring and like fall,
spring.
A lot of times in the summer it doesn't
like,
work so much because a lot of times in the summer, girl,
it'd be too humid.
They'd be like, "Yo, where's the
hot.
AC?"
I know.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying as well. Like you want to have that type of open air environment.
Yeah.
Okay.
That and last but not least, fucking parking. Parking is such an issue.
But people still make it there.
They do. You know what's crazy? I had a road closing for like a whole week. They were fixing.
Wow. Oh wait, no. I thought you may have had a road closing for your bar.
No,
like,
literally the road was blocked off for a whole entire week just recently, like from the train tracks to Midland Ave. There was no way of like parking or anything. Girl, it was karaoke night and that place was freaking packed.
Let's go.
Where the hell did these people park?
Girl, because when it's a great vibe and amazing environment.
I was honestly shook. I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay,
girl.
Roads closed. It's going to be a shitty ass week. Girl, it was probably the craziest week I ever had.
And this goes back, I don't know if I said it on camera. I know we were talking a lot about your business in general. I speak about people, about your business. Oh, you've been to JoJo's?
Thank you.
And the way, of course. And the way, like, I guess the lick of the tongue type of situation, like JoJo's. Oh, JoJo's? Like, it's a household name.
That's
it is
amazing.
a household
Honestly,
name.
Till this day, I'm still shook of how many people know about JoJo's. Like, I have people who come up to me that are telling me that their friends know about JoJo's and their friends know about JoJo's. And I'm like, oh my God, like, it's a blessing.
No, girl.
I'm so grateful. And
my coworkers know about your job. Like, I'll mention JoJo's and they'll be like, I go to JoJo's. And I'm
God.
like, wow. So to me, it's like, I love the fact that not only one, a woman owns this bar, but two, it's in a bar that's in my hometown.
Yeah.
That part. And I feel like it's so good that, girl, you're not even potential, because I feel like you're reaching it, and there's always more.
There's always more.
Always more. I just feel like it's such, I guess in a way, an establishment.
Yeah.
Already. People
Insane.
who don't even live in Garfield. I've spoken to people that have not even lived in Bergen County. Like, they're living in other counties and they know about your bar.
It's insane. Like, when I have people that come from New York, I have people who come from like 30, 40-minute drives.
Yes.
And I'm just like,
because they hear about it, mommy. Okay, so let's talk about, we got a couple minutes left before we got to give our shout outs and our goodbyes, just so people can know what to expect from JoJo's. One, before we even answer that, where would you want JoJo's to be in the future?
Not too far from, nothing too far from Garfield. You want everything to be close. Like, you
together.
You don't want to go too far.
Too far.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any, I guess, ideas for opening another location?
In it, like an area, like a town
another town.
I would
kind of make it almost.
I was thinking Hackensack if I was to ever find an area.
Hackensack actually gives a great vibe.
I want to be like right next door to the
Hackensack.
hospital. Bring everybody by for some good food
Girl,
and drinks.
That would be amazing.
Get their mind off things because it's not easy working in those damn fields.
I feel Hackensack.
Yeah.
I definitely feel Hackensack, and I also feel Inglewood.
Yeah.
I feel those type of like cities for you. Not that every city in Bergen County is not great. You guys are great. But when you said Hackensack, I already felt comfortable.
Yeah.
And just because I like Inglewood, that's just my personal opinion. That would be cool.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
What I mean? So what we're moving on to, and I guess just like a little bit of shout outs, mommy. Who do you want to shout out right now? You know?
I want to shout out to, honestly, first and foremost, my parents. Because without my parents, you know, teaching me these lessons throughout my life, I wouldn't be where I am to this day. I would not be as responsible as I am. I would not be as determined as I am. But without my parents, I don't think I would be where I am today. Straight
Amazing.
up. And my family and just like, again, my staff, like my team, like there's nobody more that I can thank than them, because like they bust their asses. They do their thing. And I mean, last but not least, Mina Mendoza. You are my girl. You're my biggest also supporter. And I
have your
appreciate
sweater
you so
in my
much.
closet.
Do you really?
Yeah, I bought
Aww.
it. Once I saw that you were selling merch, I'm like, I'm buying a JoJo sweater, and I wore it to work. I really did, because it was so comfy. But like in general, like, girl, I'm always gonna support you, and I said it from the beginning of the show. The minute I heard your story, and now that you guys know more of her story, woman, opened the bar, Bergen County. Pandemic, and also like just growing in that part, because you could do all those things and not be successful, but you chose to do all those things and now you came out successful. So like, I'm at a point in my life, especially with your journey, that I'm just like, where is JoJo gonna take it next? Where is she gonna go?
We'll have to see. I mean, time will take its toll, but we will have to see. Something will come up. I got something up my sleeve, but
yes.
For now, let's enjoy the 30s real
Bask
quick.
in the ambiance. Bask in the ambiance.
Yes.
I love that so much for you, JoJo. And
Thank
all
you,
I
my
can
love.
like express so much like positivity to you and your brand.
Thank you.
So I guess one question that I have to ask, if you had to give just like, I feel like I gotta work this question twice. Little advice before you come to a bar. What are some things that are amazing? And I guess just what are some things that could be worked up a bit?
As far as what though? Like
any type of like bar. Like for example, like if you go to a bar, like what's something that is amazingly good at a bar? Like when it comes to like behavior.
Oh, don't overdrink.
Yes.
Don't overdrink. If you know your limit, just stop. I mean, you're doing everybody else a favor. We're not trying to see puke on the walls, on the bar tops, on the floors.
Definitely not.
You know, when nobody's even trying to smell all that. But like, I would say, know your limits. Honestly, that's a big thing, especially, you know, as far as responsibility. Like, you know what I mean? You still have to be cautious of yourself. Like, you don't want to overdo it. Because, girl, trust me, that shit ain't fun. You're going to be hurting the next 2 days. I'm just letting you know. Like,
so, I definitely agree with that. Because you don't want, also no one puking in your bar. You know what I mean? But also you want
then there's times where you can't control it. I mean, it happens. Get that, like that reflex, like, oh my God, that didn't go down as smooth as I thought. Like, you know, it happens. But, I mean, just try not to overdrink because, you know, at the end of the day, we're not trying to be, like...
Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. Drink responsibly, absolutely.
Like, you could get trashed, but call your Uber, call your Lyft. Oh like, don't think about, like, driving home.
Please don't make me have to worry how you're getting home every night, because I make sure before everybody walks out that door, I make sure how they're getting home.
And this is what makes her a great bar owner. Because I feel like most bars would just be like, yo, you got a car? Give me your money and go. Bye. It's just like, oh, your car works?
No,
Bye.
I believe in just making sure, like, as much as I want to perfect the food and the drinks, I want to make sure that also the people that take the time to come to JoJo's also gets home safe.
Yes.
You know,
and
it's very important.
I love that you share that. So I guess before we leave us today, because we do have like a minute left, any events that JoJo is throwing or any new things that JoJo is throwing? I already know about karaoke Wednesdays.
Forget it.
Everybody knows about karaoke
and their mothers
Wednesdays.
probably know about karaoke
But
at this
anything
point.
new things that you're doing with your business stuff?
Yeah, so recently we just since football season started, we have Sunday Fun Day. We have specials literally from 4 to the end of the night. We have $25 unlimited mimosas.
Hey.
You can't go wrong with that.
No.
And we just started doing, we just actually opened up on Mondays for football. So definitely come check us out. We have really good football specials. Tuesdays, we just started doing comedy night.
I saw that.
It's pretty verbal.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come for a Tuesday night. I'm definitely gonna come.
If you want to have a couple laughs, you're not having a good day, you want to laugh a little bit, definitely come check us out.
When's he there? Or
every
she
Tuesday.
there?
Every Tuesday from 9 to 11.
Okay.
And then Wednesdays, of course.
Karaoke.
The only place to be on Wednesdays is karaoke.
That part.
Thursdays, we have
Every
ladies'
place
night.
to be only on every night though.
Let's
go. Let's
and then
go.
we have Thursdays, ladies' night, also football specials as well.
Go.
And Friday, Saturday, we got the best freaking DJs you can come across, literally.
Let's go.
Yes.
So yeah, I heard it from the queen herself.
Oh, stop.
These are the events that are happening, and maybe possibly events that are future happening. I think there's amazing vibes. Do yourself a favor, give the address so that audience knows where to find you, mommy.
Please come check out JoJo's Bar and Grill in Garfield, 133 Monroe Street.
Yes.
Monroe Street.
133 Monroe Street.
Right off of Midland, baby.
Let's
come
go.
through. Come
Garfield,
through.
New Jersey,
The food
Bergen
is
County.
impeccable.
And it really is. Mina Mendoza approves.
Hey.
Just saying, mama. All right, so honestly, this concludes the end of our podcast. I didn't even get to check the check-in. I see the check-in has a lot of activity.
Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. Are we going to be able to see that?
Of course. You could always see it after the
amazing.
show. I'm sorry for anybody that I didn't get to, but anybody that supports the Mina Mendoza show, thank you so much for coming on to the show. I love you guys. Shout out to Bravery Studios. You know, shout out to Joanna.
Shout out to you,
Yes,
my love. You're
Shout
killing
out
it.
to
I love your
you.
shows. You're an amazing woman yourself. You really are.
Thank you,
I
baby
love
girl.
you.
So
I really do.
Oh, thank you.
I really
Me
do,
too,
Mina.
mommy.
I love you, babe.
Oh, that's all I want to be, is a positive footprint in people's lives. That's really all it is. I'm
You
like,
are.
yo, when people say my name and be like, yo, I fucks with her.
Mina
I'm like, yo,
Mendoza. Remember that name. Remember that name.
part.
Mina Mendoza.
That part. So I'm going to end it like this. It's your girl, Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of motherfucking spice. So let's go. We out of here. Ow.
Thank you, guys.